Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Hind.
And I'm Canada 49.
And last time on Famous Last Words.
Well then.
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing. Each stood in a different corner.
Now we darken.
You just know this is gonna be bad.
Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
And then Himiko just dies.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Imagine that Kyo just chucked those matches across the room. He's like, catch these. I used to light the candles. And then she's like, you don't have a good throwing arm. They're like all over the magic circle now. He's like, oh crap.
Okie dokie. Then I'll blow out the candle now.
Walked to the closest candle and blew out the flame. And then the music cuts out. Do not like. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. From my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Then began the singing.
At last, at long last.
Kyo let us all in the caged child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl,
Filled with iron
I was literally just thinking, what if like it was actually singing this?
At bottom with the darkness. At last, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be two? Or just one? Ah, crap. Thunk! I'm just gonna ignore that. Dog, run far away. Or did it eat the little girl? At last, at last, at long last. Oh, I got an achievement for that. I guess.
The game could tell you were singing.
We finished singing a song, but I heard not sound in the middle of that. What was that?
Say.
Where's the caged child? Angie Yonaga. Began calling. Now if the medium answers.
Say.
Is the caged child Angie Yonaga? What's going on?
Say.
It's the caged child Angie Yonaga. Seriously, I'm getting fed up with this shit.
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
God damn it, you just ruined my whole fucking seance. I'm gonna fucking kill you right now.
Hold on.
He recalls very clearly you not to speak, yes? Something's weird. Why won't she answer?
Maybe it failed.
Let's see.
Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
What? Is that okay?
Well.
Just for now. This body. It's gonna be a fucking corpse. Tanko fucking died. I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but yeah. Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. Managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. What I I saw was... Oh, wait, no. Not yet, I guess.
Hey, what's going on? Did it really fail?
That cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
I should know I had summoned my ex-wife at this once.
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tenko in there?
Tenko.
I see, yes.
I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her.
She follows orders well. How about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Right. Dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may just stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Well, seeing as you were the one who put the thing over her, I'm not sure if I like that. Because that means you're the last person to, like, get close to her.
Seeing as how it was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking out around, but whatever.
I think I'm gonna like this. Just like setting up, Kyo instructed us how to clean everything up. We're careful to remove everything in the exact order Kyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
It's gonna be bad. Yep. Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside.
Oh?
And my prediction came absolutely fucking true.
Perhaps.
Oh, you think? You think?
Something is amiss.
Yumiko ran towards the cage after the sprint.
Here we go. I told you not to step on the...
She wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and...
All by herself, wow.
I was about to say, are we not going to get one of these?
Ding dong! Dong ding!
I like I was
Dong
completely
ding.
right about that this was going to happen.
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monophady's green puke was predicting this tragedy. Oh, but the puke's color's normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in the Seance room. Second body discovery announcement played. Didn't take long for everyone to come running. It's funny that this happened because it was mentioned before that, like, in the first game, I think, that, like, people were worried if, like, somebody could get killed during the investigation, and, like, Monica was like, oh, well, that won't happen. I mean, if the killers already killed two people, they can't kill somebody else, so, I mean, it's not like you're all gonna die before you figure out who the murderer is. But that never actually came into play.
And here it was never mentioned one way or the other.
But it finally came into play 2 games later.
Yeah.
So I feel like that whole plot point finally paid off in a sense.
Yes.
And it's interesting that they actually waited and didn't just do, like, you find the body and then you find another body.
Because they've done that.
Yeah, they've done that, like, twice.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy that they, I mean, I predicted it completely.
But they still changed it up a
But I
little
like
bit.
how they changed it up. So they get points for that.
Yeah.
Didn't take long for everyone to come running.
What?
Tinko! Seriously!
What's this? How could this happen?
How did this happen?
Tinko, Kyoto's so sorry. Kyoto no could protect you.
Shuichi, explain the situation. Thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening? Well, clearly somebody didn't want to take the chance of her actually talking to Angie.
Yeah.
Oh god, it is fucking Kaito, isn't it?
Is all that remains of a once powerful
No, like, I was thinking, like, well, who would have any murder or any, like, real motivation to kill Angie? And I'm like, well, Kaito's fucking scared of ghosts. And I'm like, well, who out of this cast, like, who, other than Kiyo himself, like, who is the one who would believe in ghosts? And I'm like, it's Kaito. Kaito's the one who believes in ghosts. So he's the one who would be like, oh, let's interrupt this before they actually talk to her ghost. Because everybody was just kind of going along with it, expecting it to work.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, that's just a thought that I had.
Yeah.
I'm surprised too. I thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now, you should maybe start investigating right away.
Say,
Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be different from, maybe a different culprit from the one who killed Janko, yes?
That's actually interesting too, if they're actually going to have two different murderers.
I was convinced they were going to have two different murderers. Not that they do or don't, but I was convinced.
That would be very interesting, but honestly it makes sense to me that the person who killed Angie, like, freaked out by because of the Seance and murdered Tenko.
Yeah, no, but
That's my thought.
I thought it was two. I was convinced.
It would be really interesting if it was two, but I don't know if they're gonna do that.
It would be extremely breaking formula, and that kind of gets into a gray area of the rules also. Both would get, like, punished, but you can only really vote once. Unless you make an exception and vote twice.
Well,
here.
I'd say you'd have to have two voting, but, like, you'd have to vote for both of them eventually. Like, you'd figure out until you have one person pinned down, and then in my mind, you would keep going until you have the other person pinned down as well. So you would have, like, a mid-trial execution, probably. And then you would continue and go on to find the other person. Which could actually fuck with the investigation, because if the other person knew who the other killer was, and you kill them off, or they get killed off, then your biggest clue to figuring out who the other killer was is just, like, gone up in smoke.
Exactly, so.
So that would actually be really interesting, but I'm not sure if they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Huh?
if so...
What happens in the event that there are two murders by two people? What if there are two blackened? We will need to find both of them at the class trial.
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that is a good point. What would happen in that scenario?
What would happen? Mononym, what would happen?
What would happen?
Not that. You look lost too, Mononym. I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy.
I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't.
Oh man, they're all disorganized. Can't decide a class trial's objective. I mean, you don't know what to investigate.
Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help.
Have you already forgotten? Daddy said no condition to help us. It's our fault that Dad ended up like that.
Huh? So your fault, Monophony.
Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own.
You gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal.
That won't work. Father is simply an empty shell now.
That's right. That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love.
You don't understand because you've never been loved before, Monodam.
Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal.
I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart.
Ah, you're making me blush. That wasn't even me! You idiots fell for that one! I'm back! Oh, really good while I was away.
Thank you so much, my adorable darling. With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy this relaxing vacation. Oh, that tickles. Father's in
I like how the other Monocoons is in there too.
Yes, it's amazing.
Who's somehow smaller in this?
Daddy, your time feels amazing.
Oh.
Better not awaken anything in me.
Oh. Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It is important to take time off and relax. Normally, most companies won't even let you take off time to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave whether you guys get permission or not.
Yeah, basically.
So who's this Baldy then? Oh, that's just the part-timer who got to cover for me while I was gone. Here's your pay like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here.
Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Now that nuisance is out of the way. What are you guys talking about again? Something about a double murder? Oh yeah, that's right. What happens when to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I'll have an answer for that. It's first come, first served. First come, first served. The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target. In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko himself is a waste of a victim.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the rules for this game, which I don't much appreciate.
That would be kind of interesting, because that basically means that, like...
Someone's a murderer and we can't punish them.
Yeah, no, but, like, that means that, like... For example, let's just have, like a hypothetical next case here. I don't know who lives, so I'm just gonna, like, pick some random characters here. So let's say, like, next case, God forbid Gonta dies. And then, for some reason, Maki's like, you know, I really fucking hate that robot, and then just axes off Kibo. Then what? Like, she just gets away with it because who cares?
Yeah, no, that feels very un-Monokuma to me.
And at the same time, here's actually an interesting thing. What if Tenko was the one who killed Angie?
Then we have no case.
Would we then have no case, or would it then default to
whoever killed
Tenko? Because
Tenko killed Angie.
If we go by Case 4 first game rules, there has to be somebody who gets punished for the murder.
Oh yeah.
Because when Sakura's thing was ruled suicide, he still punished somebody. Because I have the thing set up. I might as well use
he killed a computer, but I mean.
But yeah, like in this case where there would be a second murderer, would he then just be like, oh fuck it, I'll just go second murderer, whatever. Let's go for that.
I don't know. I feel like he would punish both. I don't see why not. I mean, that kind of goes against formula, but...
Yes. Unless the second murderer here was just like Kokichi or something, who they want to keep alive for longer, and make him even more of a little shit.
Yeah, basically.
Because, I just totally fucking killed the person and nobody's gonna stop me. I'm just gonna keep murdering the second person. Oh, I'll really thin this group out good.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I'll have to see the School of Regulations. You can review it later. I also updated the Monokuma file, so do your best to investigate this murder too, even though it's pointless, really. Like, it might be pointless, but then I guess that means that there's only going to be one killer, because if there is a second killer, then this is totally...
Then why bother investigating this? And this has more of an obvious mystery to it anyway.
Yeah, because the thing with Angie is that, like...
It's pretty obvious what happened.
I know what happened, but the thing is that, like, I looked at it, and there's also no real, like, clear suspect there.
No.
In my opinion. Like, again, the most I've got to go off is, like, maybe Kaito, because he didn't want her to, like, do the ritual really badly.
Or Tenko, because
she hated her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, those are really my only suspects, because they're the only ones that have any real motivation to kill her. So, I don't know. But I assume the person who killed Tenko here was the killer. So, through that, we're gonna figure out who the killer in the first murder was.
But yeah, because that's how stories work.
Probably. Because they're the only person who would have any motive to kill Tenko here.
Yeah.
Unless they knew that Tenko killed
Angie. And wanted to kind of, like, get revenge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they would get revenge. If they made her dead, then they would probably get revenge on her, yeah.
Like, oh, well, you did it, and so I'm gonna kill you.
And in a completely dark room, like, who's gonna be able to tell who did anything?
What if it was Himiko?
It could... That is honestly one of my thoughts that I had.
No, because I'm like, I know you're thinking that, so I'm about to say it.
Stop reading my mind, but yeah. Like, honestly, like, if there's any person who would, like... See, she would be the one who would, like... Well, Angie's dead, and Tenko killed her.
Obviously.
She would be the one to turn around and just stab her in the face, or whatever she did.
Yeah.
Or whatever happened to her, I mean. But anyways, let's just, we'll discuss more once this cutscene is over, because we just...
I like listening to the Monica licking.
That is also true. It is a good song. Boy, everything's going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leader's gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst.
Daddy, you're glowing with a lamp.
Oh, there's none better than being praised by my cute cubs. Also, one of them, you're definitely dead here. I'll deal with you later. Oh, there's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. And for as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go.
That's why he's so amazing. Please let me some more, Daddy.
Well, that didn't sound inappropriate at all.
And then I touched his arm as I said it, just to be extra creepy.
Yeah, it didn't help. And then one of them tries to kill Monaco, and he comes back immediately, and then he kicks him just in the
execution
pile. It's just like, yeah, fuck you, man. You just tried to straight up kill me.
Yes.
So to make sense of all that.
Listen closely.
If both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
But we don't even know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. Wow, I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit.
Are you fucking psycho?
Shuichi, this is bad. Huh? This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now. So this is where you need to step up.
Listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happened. Yeah,
She's an inch shorter than me? Jeez.
wow. She looked like she was pretty tall.
Yeah, no, I would have guessed she was at least like 5'8" or 5'9".
Huh. There goes Tenko. I've never pronounced her last name.
Tenko Chabashira.
Yeah, Chabashira. The ultimate Aikido master. Why do I sound in the middle empty room on the 4th floor? Okay, that makes sense. Even though it wasn't an empty room now, if it's... I hiccuped.
Nice.
But it's not an empty room with her bodies in it. Death time is approximately 11 a.m. Only visible injury is a stab wound at the back of the neck.
Again?
Youch. Stab wound on the neck. It's the same thing as Angie's cause of death.
It does look like a coincidence. And maybe Angie's curse.
Or maybe it's Angie's curse?
Jeez. God, not again.
Curse?
Hey.
What? Curse?
Aww.
Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse. Don't screw around.
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
Slam! And welcome to the gym.
Adult sound reverberated throughout the room.
Did she smack him?
Yes, he's bleeding from the mouth there. Kaizo, are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Makiro. I'm gonna pass out in the hallway. Kaito left the room, still a little bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
Yeah, Maki and Kaito's at the domestic in front of everyone.
Yes.
True.
This is the case of many domestics, if Himiko is the killer of Tenko.
Oh my god.
True. We haven't the time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk.
That's true, but Angie and Tenko.
And the thing earlier, I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Tenko might still very well have done it still.
Exactly. So that's.
I'm not letting that one go yet. Like, she very well still might be the killer of Angie.
Which would totally make sense.
Because again, she's the one who was the most motivated. She literally said she wanted her gone.
Yeah,
And
she
wanted her
basically
dead.
danced around asking Maki to kill her for her.
How can this be?
It all Kunta's fault. Kunta failed to protect friends again.
I feel so bad for this
Oh
guy.
my god, he's just too soft for this.
He needs, like, I want him to live so badly. Like,
He deserves it.
I'll give up like anybody else. He needs to live to the end of this game.
Oh my god,
I feel so bad for him.
He needs to live.
Tenko's death causes all off guard, and everyone's panicking.
It's surprising because it really felt like nobody liked her.
Yeah, like even Himiko, who was supposedly her best friend, didn't even give really a shit about her for the most part until like just now.
Yes.
I have to keep it together. I have to work harder.
Like everyone's taking this really hard, even though she was a fucking sexist.
Yeah. I mean, like. Oh, okay, no, we're actually pretty evenly divided in this. Actually, no, we're. Oh no, the gender ratio like dropped.
Yeah, because 2 girls just died.
It dropped hard. So the killer has to be a male, otherwise it's gonna be really lopsided here. Because I'm a detective, even though that shouldn't that really shouldn't dictate what they do with this game. I feel personally.
No. If it's too dark in here, we can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Got it.
Kunta bring candles from other rooms to make this room bright, okay?
No, that won't be necessary.
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
Huh? Why?
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power.
I wonder if that scene was optional then.
I don't think it was.
Because obviously it wasn't the man's passion scene.
No, I thought it was, which is why.
I guess it was a required scene because now she canonically it's canonically implied that she gave him a new power.
Yeah.
New power.
His eyes lit up. I, Muiruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Like my fucking JoJo reference, Kevin.
It's not a fucking JoJo reference that time.
No, I know it's actually a song.
Yes. I was about to say, it's not actually a JoJo reference. JoJo just referenced the same song.
No, I know.
I know.
That was a joke, Kevin.
I know. Just wanted to make fun of you.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Oh god, I have to pay like $1 billion royalties for that joke. Oh god.
It's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Forced by function. Okay. That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird that that's a truth bullet, though.
Yeah, isn't it?
That is really weird that that's a truth bullet. I don't like that. Well, I mean, let's start with our favorite character.
I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this! I'm sorry, Tenko! You're taking this really hard.
Yes.
Cry later.
What?
Huh?
Because.
Crying won't bring Tenko back. If we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll all die too.
Okay.
Need to find the truth and pin down a culprit for Tenko and all of us. Also, I just realized, like, we like had the thing with like the seance, but couldn't we have just like quick whipped up like like somebody drew like a crappy picture of Angie and like stuck it on like a cardboard box and have her soul possess that to tell her to the thing. The Necronomicon wasn't used. We could have still revived her that way.
That's a point.
Unless the seance was part of the trap. Which again...
I guess.
You're right! Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets! That would be the best way to apologize!
turns out she killed herself here because she was the killer.
Yes, she committed seppuku.
At the back of the neck somehow.
Do you think these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on.
The floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonza told me. Probably they're a little unstable.
They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable.
But that means that anybody else could enter the room, probably. Assuming the rooms are connected. They could go in the floorboards?
Maybe.
The boards are fairly thick and sturdy. Can't imagine they come loose easily.
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, let's talk to you.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey! Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break!
But she not talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
Okay.
Here we go. He tries.
He's such a good son.
First Angie and then Tenko.
How can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta could not protect friends?
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I shall become your guiding light that shines on you all.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
That face, Jesus Christ. Can't tell if that's like, that looks like a little bit of a smirk almost.
I think it's just the mask doing that.
No, I know, but it's just like, I'm saying the mask makes it look like a
Yeah.
little smirk. Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
Of course.
Of course, I'm shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail?
Is that what you're worried about?
We performed all of the steps flawlessly.
This is more concerned about that than the murder.
Well, I mean, that is kind of fitting.
Oh, we performed the Jade Shell again and so on Tenko spirit this
No,
time.
we're not doing that. Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance.
I like this guy.
Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance failed.
Whatever, just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her hand touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed a cage over Tenko. After that, I placed a white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed a wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles. Finally, we're singing the cage child's song, and the seance should have been complete, but...
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during that song.
Thunk! It's a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps.
But everybody would have been standing still, so if somebody tripped, that would have alerted you immediately. Or that should have
Yeah.
alerted you immediately. It's pretty loud for someone tripping. As Kyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called her out to her, but then no reply came. Because Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. Then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth and... Himiko ran over to the cage the moment she left it.
That sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yeah, that is a
I
problem.
see, yes.
There is another problem. And that is why, whenever did the seance fail, simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance is clearly a sham.
You make me upset.
Rocky never was one to pull our punches.
Do you also want to die in an unrelated accident?
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's that? Okay. This investigation is over and shut. It's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, cunt.
Awesome.
Oh my god, cunt foo. Oh my god.
Will you please, like,
Live.
speak up next time before somebody gets killed? Because I would have loved to use that nickname the whole
I
time.
know. If I had to remember that, I would have called her cunt foo this whole game. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now then, cunt foo's killer is obviously one of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No. Not necessarily.
Seriously, the seance was clearly the setup to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be?
Do you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that.
Shoot, Tenko was alive before the seance began.
What's the point of no return, Tenko? After this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you.
Understood, then I'll not say a word until the seance is over.
Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point, she was most certainly alive. The candles were relit. She'd already been killed. What is that, like, triangle?
I don't know.
That was, like, behind her. I mean, I still have to investigate, but yeah, I'm wondering about that. And she was killed in the dark. Positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed if the candles were blown out? Unless, again, fucking... It is fucking Kibo, and he messed with the sound. Because, like, he, like, sounded her voice after she was already dead. I've not forgotten about that recorder function. Like, it's gonna come up someplace. Probably when he is either the killer or, like, an important, like,
Thing,
suspect.
yeah.
Or if he's the victim in a case, because then you can probably, like, do something from that. That is actually more likely, but still, he's not off my shit list here. Kibo's the murderer in every case.
He is, clearly. That's why we're always going to vote for him.
That's very an important point in this case. Well, I'll talk to you.
Okay, G, please stop voting for me.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer. Oh, you already said all this.
Did he really not have a different line? Wow.
Ruined magic circle.
Magic circle here in the floor. Well, at least it was.
It's been completely stomped over. Suppose it was unavoidable.
Was this drawn with salt?
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
I'm a really big Supernatural fan.
They use salt to cover windows and doors from demons and shit.
I did not understood that reference.
Salt is used a lot on the show because they fight demons, and it like is like they don't like salt.
Are they people who complain about people complaining on the internet?
Yes.
Anyways, read your
I forgot how to read.
Read your hamburger, Paula.
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I've performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body.
Shut up! I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions.
Like he really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, at least footprints. I can't make out the original
So
circle.
what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo?
He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
I like how upset he is about it.
Yes. He finally gets a chance to do this thing, and then the stories, and he's like, oh no. But she would use for a seance. Oh, also, that whole thing surrounding the room is interesting. The fact that it looks like you can go in the wall.
Oh yeah.
That's what she would use for a seance. Is there a hole in it? placed on top of the cage. Kia was the one to remove it.
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. Opaque. And on the back, look, there's a bloodstain on it, right around the middle of the sheet.
If it was on the middle of... Oh. But wait, it was on the back of her neck?
Yes.
I was gonna say, well, I guess, like, she was, like, stabbed upwards. But, like... If it was on the back of the neck, I'm not sure how that happened. Unless they, like reached her arm, like, from under and, like, was, like, stabbed her and then, like...
Yeah, that would be the only possible way.
And then, like, yeah. No hole in the fabric. I mean, Tenka wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth.
So when dog statue used in the Seance, I believe it's called the Dog God. During the Seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This case has 4 murderers.
This statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly,
Kia said it was 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother?
What?
I'm kidding, anyway. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't be able to get out easily. Also, does he mean, like, 2 young girls? Because a woman is about 175 pounds.
Maybe, I don't know.
Which is where that comment came from, I'm assuming, but...
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding either.
You virgin.
I can't help it, my girlfriend decided to kill someone and then, like... I never even got to second base. This is the cage used in the Seance.
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. Then saying Koichi and I covered Tenka with the cage. You're supposed to remove it as well. Himiko, who rushed in, but it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey, look at this. A blood stain at the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
Imagine so. Spider must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenka was under the cage before the Seance. The cage was lifted after the Seance. She was already dead.
She was stabbed right when the cage was lifted. That would explain the bloodstain, right?
But it was on the thing too, so it couldn't have been.
Yeah.
And Kyo didn't have enough time when he was like down there to like fuck with it enough to like just.
Oh, I'm just gonna remove the she and just kind of shank.
Like he couldn't have done that. So.
That would have been what everyone would have saw it.
Yeah. But she wasn't killed during the Seance. The exact moment the cage was lifted. No, that's stupid. That is a possibility.
No, it's not.
There was already a blood puddle there, like when the sheet was removed. The most important clue. The rock next to Tenko's body. That must be... Himiko got that rock. She's the killer.
Yes.
No, okay.
Please put your forehead upon the stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly, as merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
That's pointing more doubts in Kyo's direction. Because if he had an exact position where her head was, he probably also knew where her neck was.
Well, by virtue, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless someone were to pick up his book from the lab and read the procedures and know that also.
Unless it was Kibo!
Yeah, I mean, like...
He was there during the preparations.
Like, there's nothing here that Kia... Like, technically, yes, but you have to remember that his book is public knowledge because it's in his lab.
Yeah.
So anyone could have heard him say, oh, well,
I'm gonna do the seance.
and then quickly go to his lab and look at the book, which is what Shuichi and Kokichi did, for example.
Yeah.
So someone else could have real quick done that before they went there or after they went there and knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah, so it doesn't, like, implicate him specifically.
It does, but it doesn't.
Yeah. That got a forehead on this rock hunched over. So because how small to fit inside the cage. No, I guess you're gonna look at the body. There goes dead body. Didn't allow his breath to crash over like this. Going to my Akuma file. Her only injury is a stab wound at the back of her neck. This wound was fatal. Caused instant death. I didn't hear her scream during the seance.
Well, that's good at least.
Oh, wait.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Think you'll really keep your mouth shut despite the pain?
No.
Well, she's pretty disciplined, so...
This is true, but... I mean, if you got stabbed in the neck, I think you'd probably yell out something like, "Oh, fuck, I got stabbed in the neck!"
Yeah, like, you would make at least a noise.
Yeah.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Unless the death was instant.
Yeah.
That is the one thing. Yeah. What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty.
Then that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
That is a good point. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Floorboard. Oh, this floorboard is loose. There's the one right under Tenko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
Wasn't like this before. It's come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
but
Floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Someone must have loosed it on purpose. To kill her. There's one for like to get to the body. Be there anything else? We got all these. I think we're done with her body. Is there? I don't think. Candles hung on the wall. The only source of light in the room. There were no windows. When we throw out candles, it was pitch black. How did the culprit kill Tango in complete darkness? Same thing. Knowing exactly where she was, probably. But... what have I not? Oh, hole in the corner. Even though that's clearly just mocking you, but...
How dare you refer to her like that?
Ah, hole in the corner. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Big enough for a person to get through, but still.
Is this?
A hole? Looks like there's space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. Looks like something dropped down here.
Better weapon? Something dropped down there. Something dropped down here?
Hey,
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floorboards and see for ourselves?
you're right.
Right, let's do it.
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
That's true.
Let's make a candle. Keep us light from up here, that should be fine.
okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Well, that's suspicious. Like, either somebody's trying to implicate Himiko, or...
She really is the killer here.
Because she's the one who stood in that corner. She stood in the corner with the hole.
That's what Kyo said.
Pull off some of the floorboards in the hole and took a candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. How more spacious than I thought. Moved pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
Pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's dry gloves. Oh, it's right behind my grabs on the floorboard. Fresh blood. Definitely Tenko's. Oh! Yikes. sickle here. There's blood all over it.
Okay.
When the sickle's fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
This came from my research lab.
Did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target.
Just chops his head clean off.
It can be thrown without losing any lethality. You can hide it under your clothes too.
Well,
There's an attack with this. She wouldn't stand a chance. Like about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
And you can reach it up and like,
but
even if it is a murder weapon, how the culprit attack Tenko in a cage? It fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible.
Posture is the question.
Hey,
But we know what her posture was.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if the weapon was thrown down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
After killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle into the floorboards in the dark. It was under the floor the entire time. I don't know if it's possible. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what happened. Oh, that's just parking in there. I'll probably reach to a different room. Which I can assume. Whichever I captured before, I'll like now. This one. The cut cross piece, that's interesting. Look, part of the cross piece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
that's true.
It's near the loose floorboard. The portion is missing about the same width, too.
From what I can see of it,
That's true.
it isn't broken up naturally. It's cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, and they could have used that. The question is why.
Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
God, it is Himiko. She was the one who picked the middle room.
Then,
So what purpose did it serve?
Floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the cross piece supporting it has been cut. The culprit did all this, then why? And she was the first to remove the case, so if there was anything that was in there that she wouldn't have wanted anybody to see, she could easily have gotten rid of it, including the murder weapon. What was I say? You gonna click it? The blood staying on the ground, underneath the loose floorboard. That's pretty powerful where Tenko's blood is dripping. It's under the same floorboard, it's just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
hey,
Hey, the back of this floorboard also had blood on it, too.
God, and Himiko was the one who told us that the doors were locked. I mean, like, we never messed with the other door, and like, so I don't, like, but somebody could have still closed it, like, while we were in there. Like, nobody used it, but somebody could, like, lock
Yeah.
the door, because it was a very simple lock. I'm interested to see where this one goes. You're right, it's a little bit of blood on the other side of his floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter when she was killed?
That's true.
I wonder. Can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
Those things here are completely dry. Unless that was, that's Angie's blood right there. What's a laceration again? Is it like specifically a cut, or is it like just a wound?
A laceration?
Yeah.
I think it's a cut, but let me Google it.
Because I thought it was a cut. but
A laceration is a cut, I'm pretty sure, but let me just Google
that's what I thought too, but like, honestly, like, there must be some reason why these particular stains are dry. Because that's the only reason that I could think of.
Yeah, it's a cut or a tear. A very deep cut or tear.
Well, I mean, if you would fucking bash somebody's head and with
Yeah, that would give you a
with the point
laceration,
of
yes.
that would give you a laceration, yes. Okay, that's all I wanted to establish here. Okay, so that's a good hole. Some of the wood has corroded and broken off. Let's see to the next room.
Hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotting away.
Looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room version.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. The fact that it'd be pitch black would make it impossible to move around.
We could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. The light to move around on the floor? Is that possible? Or again, unless you're Kibo. I think we finished investigating here.
is that alright?
Lucky, you wanna head back up?
Glad you asked. We're starting to get fed up with all the dust.
Maki and I crawled from under the floorboards, put the floorboards back. Joined to our investigation.
By the way,
Well, we've only been investigating this room. Are you sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko are different killers, then the black one we need to vote for is...
You're right.
The culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
This is bigger than the killing game, for the sake of those two who died. I need to reveal the truth of both of their deaths.
Well, I understand why you feel that way. If you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, you should probably hurry.
Okay. When I came to the hallway... Oh, what is this? Oh, what the fuck is this? Seems more surprising than I could ever imagine it folded. Third murder? Oh shit!
it's a lie.
A piece of crap.
So, fun fact, when I saw that, I started crying. I screamed and I cried. I was like, no!
Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry?
I think I said something to the effect of, you little shit!
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Yeah, that fucking fake out though.
God. See, because that could have easily been possible. There was a third murder. There were two killers. Except I don't think they've established that rule.
No, but that was pretty great. That's one of my favorite moments in the game.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
You stepped for a floorboard.
Jeez, that got me good. Because it is, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
You got a minute?
You're going to lose consciousness, dude. Do it after you tell us everything.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was a cross piece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck.
Crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... Bing bong.
Huh?
Huh?
Confidence, dreams.
Oh shit!
The killing game is all about.
Kokichi, you wasted our time by being dead. Or not.
That got me though.
Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game.
You know, I'm really into
Killing
Fire
game
Emblem Heroes.
just can't be beat.
That's why I have to keep doing these killing games. I need to make more money to buy orbs. It's terrible. I'm addicted. But yeah, you know what I always say. Gambling is good for you.
Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up.
Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have time to check something.
What were you gonna check?
See?
I had to re-research the Seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. He perfectly reenacted the Seance as it was written in the document. He drew this magic circle in the exact same way as the picture. Not only that, he used the exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. I'm dying. I'm at the class trial, so see you there. I'm just gonna take a little nap here on the floor.
And she left. What was clearly affecting his footing a
And
bit.
then we walk down the hallway a little bit and actually get the body discovered because he died.
Bloody Kokichi.
Bloody Kokichi!
Bloody Kokichi. Always trying to be getting in the mood as he...
Yeah, I thought they killed my son. I was like...
let's go too.
Would you have been happy if he actually died?
I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Because I don't actually hate anybody right now that's alive. Like, he's still a little shit, but he's clearly supposed to be. Like, he's not into like territory, but he's not into hate territory.
Yeah, he's more neutral now for you.
He's kind of neutral.
So it's not like for me where, like, I didn't cheer when Tenko died, but I was like, oh, okay.
You cheered when Angie died.
I did. I was like, oh, thank God.
Because you're a piece of shit.
I can show you the video. I was like, oh my God, she's dead, thank you.
I'm fucking nervous. Like saying so. I should get nervous sometimes.
You think I don't have feelings? What are you staring at? Do you want to die?
Yeah, it's gonna make this face at you. Anyways, I guess that's all for now, so we're gonna thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Probably meet you down by the thing, unless we can't. So, for now, we're gonna thank you guys all for watching. We'll see you guys all next time when, we'll do our best to figure out who murdered both Angie and Tenko, or unless they have different killers. We'll have to see. So for now, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Bye!